It's a brother. He said he know you. He's like, make sure you go talk to Travis. He didn't know I already talked to you like 4 years ago, man. But I told my squad I was gonna talk to you. That's my sales team, man. I'm building up my sales team, man. I sold Luke Kuechly, Muggsy Bogues in Charlotte, Darius Rucker, Frank Abigail, and Daniel Allen. And you was also one of the guys, big names in Charleston, that invested into my company. And I'm using my Job Corps to put money towards hiring young adults through the pandemic, giving them an opportunity to come out here and work. And I use my content personally as a sales training course called Soap Guys TV. And I've been having a lot of investors help me keep me out here going. As you know, it's going to work on that mold and mildew, pressure washing your boat, brake dust. My mom said if it's on the Range Rover, it's blacker than me, it ain't supposed to be there. Headlights won't harm dogs like Mike Vick, and you already know it pretty much cleans everything. But the amazing thing about it is, man, like I tell a lot of the people that I teach and work, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to show people that you're memorable, and you remember me. You know what I'm saying? And now you see the progress that I'm out here making. I'm asking you, Mr. Jervey, to invest into what I'm out here doing.
Yeah, of course.
I know you don't need cleaner like I need a suntan, but a lot of people do respect the hard work.
Growing up, so she's only 13, but she just turned 13.
That's what's up, man.
And then my son, he needs to get roughed up a little bit. It's like he's like a little bit spoiled, I noticed lately, but he's 11.
That's
just turned 11.
That's what's up.
So I'm helping him, and then I've been killing it, like stocks and crypto.
I was about to ask you, look, because I talked to Luke, and he also retired, and you also one of the guys that actually excel after athlete career. Me being a rising entrepreneur, what would you tell me to invest into? I'm killing it with those right now. I'm killing it with those right now, but I'm a newbie.
I like Aave.
What's that?
So Aave's like
where I gotta get that? I gotta go to KuCoin or something, because I don't see that on the regular ones.
It's on Coinbase.
Coinbase?
Yeah, it is. It is, but it's not. There is the negativity to this.
Okay.
So, because I'm one of the people so there's when I joined this, same with Algorand. So what's going on with those is that so what Aave is a lending platform. It's like a bank. It's like the future of banking.
Okay.
But we're still probably like 4 years away from it truly being like globally like taken over. But
like lending cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Well, it's just lending.
That's way ahead of time.
It's lending everything. So basically, you know, you can trade a cryptocurrency for like a stable coin like USDC or Tether or whatever, but so that's just really the same in and out. So like the future of money will be. So Visa did a deal with through Ethereum, I guess, to start moving their money around, all their transactions, which will be trillions of dollars. But bottom line, it's like, so this guy like seems standing colloquial or something. So he's like finished. So he like was a lawyer, first guy's law degree, and his master, he's like some young cat that's like got his degrees. Then he decided he was into financial stuff, so he's like took the Ethereum thing and then wrote on the code, basically like a deal where a smart contract where you put money in. Let's say you put $100 in.
Right.
Well, then with that $100, they don't know who you are or whatever. Like a normal bank, you got to go in there. You know, hey man, he's gonna tell me and you like, who are you? And like, yeah. Oh yeah, you got any money? You know, let me see your shit. Let me see your credit score.
Right.
Fuck that shit. The future is like this. Like,
so much
none of that shit matters. Bottom line is like, if you're willing to give them $100,
right,
then they'll hold your $100 and they'll say you can borrow $80 of this or whatever at the most. But if you borrow 80, well, then you could be tapped out like instantly, and then they would just keep your 20. But bottom line is, realistically, you're not going to put yourself that close on the edge, because what if the cryptocurrency goes down or whatever you're doing? You would want to put. So let's just say you borrow $30 to go do something else. So you borrow that $30, then you pay it back. Boom, contract's done. Meanwhile, your money that's in here is earning interest, and your cryptocurrency could be going up.
Right. Exactly.
So that's one of the. This could backfire, I think, eventually, like every financial system does. Any banks, they get
that's what is happening right now.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
So, but in reality, you're saying like,
but the code is working and everything's so basically like they made Aave. They made. I was reading. I was like, jeez, man. They made last week $120 million.
Man,
last week.
Wow.
So the platform's working. So the smart contracts are working. So, but they have all kinds of. They have this new thing called a flash loan. It's a new financial instrument. It's never been invented. And what it is, instead, it's basically like a pawn shop. Basically, you can borrow money for like 2 days. So you borrow money for 2 days, or you can borrow money for 5 hours.
Right.
So basically, like you borrow the money, you think so and so crypto is going up. So you got your $100 that's earning interest. You just take 50 of your dollars, put it in this cryptocurrency, it goes up, then you just pay them back.
Dang.
And then that's going on too. And then so he invented that. It's called flash loan. And then
that's ahead of the game.
Yeah. So basically, like here's the problem with it though. that I was going to get to about this. If you invest in this, you could game it a little bit. I'll tell you how to game it. So what's going on is, when they first got this thing going, like hardcore, they said you can invest. They need a liquidity pool, it's called. So basically what they need is a whole bunch of Aave and Ethereum that's in a bank, so that way the people here doing all the loans and whatever,
right?
Like I said, if they screw up, let's say, and they lend out too much and the cryptocurrency crashes, all of a sudden they've got to pay these people back, or the bottom line is they get in trouble with all their big money over here that they need. Like a bank. A bank's got to have liquidity.
Exactly.
You know, so if we all went to try to pull money out of the bank would be busted. So I'm one of the liquidity pools. So for me putting into this liquidity pool,
right?
At first I was getting 32%. I was getting 32% interest on my money. Now I'm getting like 18, and it was really hard to do. Like it took me like 2 days. I was so frustrated. I was crying. Like I'm not a computer guy, but I was like, and it was hard. You had to like move the money over. Meanwhile, they're charging me all these gas fees from Ethereum, and then I was moving over here and back and forth, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. And I was like, good gosh, man, it was like $1,000, and I was like,
oh man,
and I was like, I got to move it back. That's gonna be another $1,000. I just did the wrong thing. So, but it's finally I figured it out, and it was worth it. But so when I got in, I was only the 15th person to be in this pool. That pool had $1.4 billion. I put like a lot. I put like, I don't know, 700 or something like that. But bottom line is, there's only 15 of us.
Yeah.
Who's putting in someone has $1 billion.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's rewarding me I say little me, but you know, it's a lot, but it's rewarding me like 23 a month, which is a lot, you know, so every like couple of days make like one. But what I realized is, ever since this instrument was created,
right,
Aave hasn't gone up. It goes up and then it crashes back down. It like goes up and it crashes back down. And what's going on is, somebody is getting 1,000 of these a day. There's only like 12 million on the market right now that you can buy.
Right.
Someone's getting 1,000 a day. So what they're doing is, like me, you know, like I said, I get like almost one. So like I'll hoard up like 4 or 5 of them and then kind of watch the price and wait until the price goes up to like sell mine. Why wouldn't I, you know? It took me a while to figure this out, and I was like, what's wrong with my price? Ever since I got in this thing, obviously never going up really, till recently. But so what I realized is, like, someone's getting 1,000 a day. They're getting 500 a day, and they're hoarding those a little bit. And then every time the price goes up, let's say it was always trading around 300, 350. Well, when it goes up to like 450, like, they dump them back down.
Yeah.
And then it's
dumping
back down. And it's the same thing with Algorand. So Algorand, I figured out, you know Algorand?
Nah, okay. This is all I'm learning.
All right, yeah. So Algorand is like ALGO. This is Aave.
Okay, yeah.
Aave is.
I'm definitely gonna check them out.
Yeah, that is the initials, right, for Aave. Yeah, this is the initials. Algorand is, I think it's the ALGO. So Algorand's got the same kind of concept. So but Algorand's just trying to build on their network. So I was staking my money with them, and I was getting like 6-7%. But I was like, dug deeper into all their white papers and stuff, and found out that they had an original group of investors that they offered a deal where they could put in. They had to put in like minimum like a couple $100,000, but if they put that money in, they were get paid out 2 times a year. And then I found out that if certain people dropped out, they'd get paid more, but they were guaranteed to make something crazy like 30%. Well, it turned out when they got paid, they all got paid 100%.
Dang.
Yeah, which is stupid, right?
Yeah.
In their currency, of course. But still, 100%. Well, it turns out they're still getting paid like that much, and they can't sell that money, that 100%, except twice a year. They can sell it in like February and August.
They get so
and
much,
nobody's reading this shit.
Yeah.
So I figured out, like, these mugs, they're dumping on everybody.
Yeah.
So what do? The price of Algorand goes up. You'll notice. Look at like 2 years chart, and you can figure out this real quickly, like when it's going to dump again. Because it's going to go up until I think like mid-July or something, or maybe even August. But don't get too close to when they get their money or when it really dumps, because I think other people are kind of figuring this out a little bit. Yeah. So it'll kind of go down a little bit before they get all these Algorand's. But it's gonna climb when it gets close. Yeah. It's gonna start ripping up. So that's what it did last February. Then they got paid, and then they dumped it all the way down to like really about April, May, about now. Then you'll see it start to just climb to the summer, and then they get paid again like September. Yeah. So then August it starts to dip again. So those are like 2 little tricks. So Aave, basically what I would do is anytime you see Aave kind of going in a range like this, right, and you see it way down here on the range, get it.
Yeah.
And then know that like, no matter how much hype, because when it runs, you'll be like, oh man, I'm gonna be rich. Like you're gonna think I'm gonna be so rich. Like it's running.
Yeah, you just gotta catch it.
No. You're gonna get dumped on.
Right.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, you keep it real. I
so
that.
Yeah, you're gonna get dumped. So let it run. So right now it's in a range of, it went as high as 630 today. So all of a sudden now there's just such momentum for whatever. Oh, because I just told you they just came out and said they made $130 million last week.
And you saying this a coin or a stock? It's a coin.
So it's a coin.
Right.
So that's the weird thing with a lot of these things. So they're coins, but really it's a stock. So Aave is never going to be like something that you're going to spend like you would Bitcoin or Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Or Ethereum's really a network too.
Yeah.
But Ethereum's sort of like money. But what are the other money ones like?
Litecoin.
Yeah, Litecoin's. That's all Litecoin is like Bitcoin. It's just money.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it's going to ever be used for.
So when you
but Aave is literally more of you're investing in their bank, basically, their financial system, their code.
Yeah.
I
think that's a cool little concept.
Yeah.
I was listening to what you said earlier, and I wanted to ask you, like when they start accepting these coins for cars, you said it won't even matter your credit.
No.
You think like so?
No.
If I want to go get a Tesla with Doge, credit's all the way out the door if you're using cryptocurrency.
Yeah, you're gonna. The future is you're gonna get your money out of this bullshit system they got us in.
Okay.
And you're gonna go with a whether you can keep your dollars with your bank here, sure, no problem.
Right.
But realistically, once we move to even USDC, something based on a US dollar,
right?
You could put it in there and you'd be getting interest. It's gonna stay right with the dollar. It might go $1.01 or 99 cents.
Right.
Like Dow does, like Tether does, like USDC, but there's a whole bunch of them. And then that money you'll put in a program and have it locked up. But the future, what's going to happen is it's just going to be easier.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of ridiculous right now that
with the wallets
and they know
everything.
It too. That you're sticking your money somewhere, and if you lose the code, or you can't remember, or you forget to tell your wife or your family, you die, your money's gone.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they know that. They're aware of what the problem is we're talking about. So they're trying to make it really secure, then have an app where it's communicating with what's secure going to like the code. They're trying to put something in there eventually to make it where like your email and stuff where if you're like, oh my God, I can't find anything.
Yeah.
It's got a backup system that goes, look, you're not screwed, but now you are, which is crazy. Like, if people die like this, gone.
That's crazy.
You put it in there and then you can borrow on that $10,000. It's not like they're just letting like certain people have these loans and everything. It's not fair.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
That's how it is today. You know what I'm saying? And
it's not fair.
It's so hard for a person like myself that's on the come up that may not have a family,
you don't have foundation, and like all this like
wealthy family behind me and things like that. I gotta. You see me. 3-4 years ago. Now getting out the money.
Let me tell you the real truth about how you're gonna get rich with the cryptocurrency.
What's that?
So what I'm realizing is, you see, I got money and I'm doing good, but not really. Like I'm not getting rich. Like I'm making good money. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like there's the people that you hear about getting rich. I figured it out now. so like the Bitcoin flows on that cycle, right? The halving cycle. Basically, all cryptocurrency flows on this halving cycle. Okay. So what's really going on is this. We are moving towards the digital world. It is going towards crypto. Everything is all that's true, but it will crash like into this year for sure. It'll go down to nothing. All of it's going to crash. Like Bitcoin's going to crash. I don't know, back to 30 or 50. It's at 50 right now, but before it's going to go back to 50 or 30. It's going to probably go to 200, 250.
And around what time?
And then all these other ones are going to go, but no one knows. It's either going to be.
You said it's going to shoot up first. Then it's going to go down.
Yeah. We got one more run.
Okay.
We got one more run where everyone's going to think they're going to be filthy rich, and then their exchanges will go down.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to sell it. They're going to rob you. Yeah, it's going to be a big problem. You're not going to hear about it.
Crash it on purpose, right when it's time to sell it.
There's no one. It's not a business. You can't call it. There's no one. They're going to do you wrong. And then who are you going to complain to? There's no one to complain to.
They caught a lot of people that on that Saturday Night Live with that.
They're going to get you. They're going to get everyone. Trust me. So it is what it is.
It's all about timing.
It's going to be all about timing. So what I'm telling you is there's going to be a run, and probably when to sell. This is how you sell them, because I got to tell myself too. Let's say we're in the run and you're just saying, "Oh, I'm getting rich." So what you do is, you put $100 in there,
right?
And all of a sudden it's like 200 or 250, and all you're thinking is like, man, when it goes up another, I'm at 450. I'm at
right.
So somewhere in that rip, just go ahead and just take out 250.
Yeah.
Keep letting it rip. You know, I'm not saying do it right away. You'll know the kind of buzz, like hype. If like you still hearing your buddies calling you and like everybody's still getting it, then you might have weeks more. No one knows where the peak's going to be, but like somewhere on the peak, if you're doubling, take out half, and then if you miss the peak and it crashes back down, well, maybe you made another double again, or maybe you made a 10. but you know,
I missed the peak, man. I got in that Doge at 19 cent, right? And I seen the 70 cent, and I want to pull the plug so bad.
Yeah.
But I had belief in Elon, man. I got belief in him.
No, I know.
And it dropped all the way down.
Too.
Yeah, it dropped all the way down on me, and I held. I'm still in.
Yeah. So that's beautiful.
And now I'm back making money.
It's beautiful. So what you do on this next, there's gonna have a crazy run. So on the next run,
right.
Don't look at it like you got to get all out. Just get out like part of it.
Yeah.
You know? And then let's get back to like the big picture. So the big picture is this is how you're going to get rich though. You're not going to get rich. Neither am I like this. Because I see the people that got rich, and now I got to figure out how they got rich. So,
you, man.
So
he's out here like, I got this.
So here was Bitcoin, you know, going, and then it had this like spike.
Right.
Whether that was $5 to $1,000, whatever. So in here, so the way Bitcoin works is.
Now, question before you even say that, how long did that 5 to 1,000 spike take?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly.
Okay.
I'll tell you exactly all these questions. So this is the deal with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a mathematical problem that the computers have to solve to mine it. So they're just working it's like proof of work. They just got to mine and then they can solve one blockchain. They'll solve one block. When they hit that block, boom, then they got it. That's theirs. So they can have it. So that takes a certain amount of energy and time or whatever. And the way they got written the program, it can only do so many of those can be done. You would be rewarded there with. So here's the how many. There's going to be 21 million Bitcoins mined done eventually right here. It's like 2050 or something. But the curve of Bitcoin has already gone like this. This is how many have been mined. Now we're literally on the flat part, like towards this. Like we're right in here somewhere. These are all been mined. So what happens is, the way it's set up is every 4 years.
Yeah.
Being that it does.
Yeah.
The amount of work that it was doing.
Yeah.
If you did that same amount of work and you worked real hard to make your money, like after 4 years, all of a sudden it goes, we're only going to pay half. So then they only get half of that amount.
Right.
So that's what's causing the whole entire big picture cryptocurrency to go up.
Yeah.
So that's every 4 years. So when it's about to get the cut, here's the 4 year cut, and then it went up, and then it went up again, and then here's the next 4 years here. So this is 4 years. About in this area here, when Bitcoin's going to be kind of down this year here before this halving event, or even after the halving event, because it's crazy. It always goes down before the halving event, and it even goes down for a little bit after the halving event. And they're going to tell you, like, convince you that, nah, this is not a good time. It's still like bad, because this is all going to be a sad time. Right. This is when the people got rich. Yeah. People, when me or you were like, we don't give a shit about crypto. Crypto's stupid. Well, why would we invest in crypto? And everyone's going to think that again. They're gonna, after everybody gets burned again. Right. Give it 6 months a year of just going down. Crypto's stupid. Sure, so there'll be some people that own a lot still, and they're still doing okay, because it's going to probably do a little better than it ever did. But still going to be a downtime. You're not going to be excited about it. Right. That's when you get rich. So what you do is you got to buy it about 2 years from now, when nobody wants it. And the guys that bought it when no one wants it now, they're up. Can't believe how much they're up. That's how they got rich. That's like a guy you put $1,000 in. What you do is you just keep paying attention to now and remember the ones that did really good. Whether it's XLM, that's like money. Yeah. You know, they say XRP and XLM. Well, XLM supposedly is going to be the global currency, and XRP is going to be United States currency. But then the United States government went after XRP, but then they say they're going to lose for sure. I don't know. You know, no one knows anything that's going to go how it's going to go down. But these ones, I mean, you could have got for you know, what's XRP is now like $1.50.
I know, right? I missed that one.
XLM is 70 cents now, maybe 65, 70 cents. That one's going to go up like crazy. But it was...
I missed the Cardano one.
It was probably like a couple pennies. Yeah, Cardano is... Yeah, Cardano's going to be good. So, do you know what Cardano is? Like, who's Cardano?
I don't know the history behind that.
Check this. Cardano's stupid. So Cardano, the guy, Vitalik Buterin, I didn't know any of this either. I'm just studied all the time now, like for the last six, 7 months.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, and like my best buddy that got me into this, he died in Avalanche. It was like my wife's good friend too. Yeah, he died like 2 months ago. So it sucks. So I don't talk to anyone about this stuff. So I'm remembering that to you. Like, I got someone to talk to, and I don't want my friends kind of truthfully to know. So I'm telling you, like, because they're not into it, they don't know what's going on. Like, yeah, whatever.
Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate that knowledge, man.
Yeah, and he's cool. I know you're cool. So like, and he would love me telling you this stuff. So anyway, like Cardano, he told me Cardano's good, and I was like, I didn't get any of this. Like, what do you mean Cardano? ADA? I don't even understand what's ADA. And finally, I was like, oh, ADA is Cardano. So I understand what it is now. So that guy that started Ethereum, his name is Vitalik Buterin, right? So he's just like some weird freak nerd dude that's like from Russia. He's Russian, but he's living in Canada. Dad tells him about Bitcoin. Anyway, he starts writing code and creates this whole crazy thing, Ethereum, that can have smart contracts on it, and then all these other coins get made. Aave is made from Ethereum. So when that's all being created later, when it's getting older, Ethereum's getting fixed and created. It's 4 dudes. At this point, they're all millionaires, even though this is like 5-6 years ago, but they're like 4 years ago. They're all millionaires, but the Cardano guy, he describes that they were millionaires, but they're all sleeping on the floor in one place with their laptops, and they're all just like nerds. But the guy, Ethereum founder, just doesn't like anything luxurious, and like it's all just like, he didn't give a crap, care about money at all.
Yeah.
And this guy, our Cardano guy, is just like, this is just not a way to live. Like, we're not, you know, like we should have furniture and just be normal a little bit, and like get an office. And like that guy was like, no. And so eventually, like, that one guy left. He's got started Cardano. So he's really, there's like 4 dudes in a room. Yeah. And like, I can't remember the other 2 what they started, but maybe one was the Tron guy, one something else. But bottom line is, it was Vitalik's, like, he was the master of it. So he just paid them off, you know, gave them, you know, tons of money, of course, but like in the crypto scheme, it's nothing.
Nothing what it was worth.
Yeah. And then anyway, so that guy started Cardano. And so he's really like, he's really like one of the geniuses that like started Ethereum.
Oh, you put him on. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
So it's going to do good. And like, it's built, he basically says he took Ethereum and what was wrong with it in his mind, and then it made it better. You know, that's what Cardano is.
That's the same dude that shorted the Doge killer coin. What's the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And donated the money to India, right?
Cardano guy.
Cardano guy. The big dude, Vlad dude.
The Vitalik Buterin. Yeah, I told my wife that story this morning. I lost $6,000 on that.
Oh.
Well, it was just some side money I had in Qcoin, and I lost 6, but I had taken such amount to like 40, and then it got kind of beat down when that last crash kind of happened. Right. And then I went all in. It was dumb, but no one knows. But I was like, you know, it's like kind of some.
It was hot.
Money
it was hot.
I was just kind of rolling. I went casino style. It was stupid. I went casino style.
What'd you think about?
And I've actually been battling it back. That's what I've been doing right now. You've been in there. I've been doing it with the Aave. I've already made like 9 back, which I'm really proud of myself because I was getting burned at first, but like I'm doing it like with the plan I told you. Like when it spikes really high, I short it on Qcoin, and with leverage, which I don't suggest any of this stuff. I just learned how to do this, but I'm leveraging it, but with a conservative, like get kicked out price. Right. But I'm shorting it, which I've never even shorted any stock, anything. I'm a all positive person. I like only things going up. Right. He's going down, but like I already know that game so good in Aave because I watch it every day for like the last 5 months. That like I like know when it's a little taxed, and I'm like, I just know that these rich people are going to dump on it. Yeah. And that's what they're doing. And all it's got to do is dump one spike, pays me, kicks me out, they can go right back up. Yeah. And it's gonna do that. You know, I can unless I see it really hot, pop. Well, then I'm not gonna do it anyway. I let it kind of like go like, kind of chill for a little bit and kind of plane out.
I'm telling you,
and then maybe see someone's hit it a little bit, and I'm like, oh, that's someone getting rid of their coins, and then like.
I've learned so much just from this small conversation, man, because I've been getting locked in with this, you know what I'm saying? And My boy was telling me how to.
It's going to make you so uncomfortable, and you're going to feel you just can't doubt yourself. They tell me I read all these investment books. They say don't even tell like your friends and stuff kind of what you're doing. I mean, it's a hard thing to do. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about when we get like 2.5 years from now.
Yeah.
And you start buying like you figure it out on your own. You're like, nah, I know that coin's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beat down. No one's talking about any of this crypto stuff anymore right now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tuck this away over here.
Chill.
Tuck it away over here. Just buy a little bit more. Not, maybe some just a little extra here. And that's how you make it. Because then when that shit turns on, there's people that bought Theta coin for 5 cents. Look at Aave. Aave, if you go back and look, I mean, it was like super cheap.
Right.
Wouldn't have known about that one. But either way, if you bought any of the main Litecoin, if you bought any of them when everybody said it was stupid, it's ridiculous. You bought those 2 years ago. Oh my gosh.
What you think about SafeMoon?
I haven't studied it. Like I would look at it for the first time today.
Okay.
Shiba coin here did so bad. Then I was like, and everyone was kind of going, forget SafeMoon, go to Shiba coin. And then I was like, man, I never do these gamble crazy ones. That's right. I'm going to go with the Shiba coin. And then Vitalik burned me. And because, anyway, that sucked. I mean, but that was great. In a funny way, I was kind of like, well, this is good. And really, I could just sit there, but I was like, I'm just out. It was kind of good for me to get burned because I need a lesson not to screw around with those coins.
Yeah. That's respect.
In the business coins, they have a plan.
Yeah. But
it's still they can do good. I mean,
the meme coins they catch fire, but you gotta be careful with them. Yeah.
That's a good way to say it. I should have been more like trading that and day trading instead of like I just kind of threw it in there and was like forgot about it. Like I'm just gonna wait like a couple weeks and then maybe look at it or whatever. But of course I couldn't wait 2 weeks, so then I looked over at it and I was like, oh my god, what the hell? Like my account just got blistered, and then I saw he dumped it, and then I saw like that red candle, and I saw it come back a little. I was like, what's going on? And then I saw he gave like $1 billion away. I was like, oh man, I was like, I got panicked. I can't wait to get rid of my boat because I'm gonna buy just straight up, take the money and just buy Bitcoin with it. And then I'm gonna let Bitcoin rip to triple.
You believe it's gonna go past $100,000, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I think it'll.
Oh my god, I gotta get it.
For sure I do. Yeah, I find it so funny that they, how emotional we all are. That when Bitcoin's ripping, everybody wants to get in Bitcoin.
Right.
And then you could close your eyes and wake up 2 weeks later, you would be thrown back into the world, and you'd be listening. You'd turn on the news and listen to everybody's emotions. And you hear them say, "Bitcoin's not good, but Bitcoin's not good. Like it's terrible. It's going to go down. It's not that good." And then like. Only 2 weeks ago, everybody wanted it. How is 2 weeks later, nobody wants it? And then they've kind of lured everybody to sleep again. It's getting going to go on fire again. I love when it go down because, to be honest, it control the whole market. Everything go down when Bitcoin go down. That's crazy. I seen everything in red. I'm like, let me get ETC, let me get this, let me get that. And now look, it's green. It's green. There's not enough Bitcoin. It's just when all of us try to get in, then it goes nuts, like overly crazy. But they're buying up the Bitcoin. There's all these people. They're holding so many Bitcoins. There's investment companies you can invest in the stock market like Mara and MARA and another one. They're doing nothing but mining Bitcoins. They got millions of dollars in computers. They spent like $150 million on computers, and that's all they're doing is mining Bitcoins. I'm about to go research China's mining Bitcoin. You literally just said there's cryptocurrencies with stocks. They are inventing that. That's crazy. They're inventing like that's crazy. In the future you'll buy. And you already can kind of, you can buy like stocks now kind of with PayPal, right? Yeah. So the future, there's already cryptocurrencies right now. There's one on Coinbase. I don't know which one it is, but it basically holds a bunch of stocks. Sheesh. Yeah. Man. So you're basically investing in an ETF that's holding stocks. That's what the currency's holding. Yeah. It is. So then, in effect, the coin is a stock. That's crazy. Yeah. That is kind of what's going on. It's only funny now because it's going up, but it's just, if you saw me like. Whatever it was last week, everybody's acting like it's the end. That's what you got to realize is like we're all so emotional. Like when it's going down, everybody's like, oh, it's not that good. And it's going up, but it is going up. The crash is not yet. There's one more. Yeah. It's probably gonna be the final bubble, but it'll be the most parabolic one too. I just hope the run ain't already start because everything looking green right now. Yeah, no, I don't think like the other reason why those guys got so rich is they didn't get so rich in the last one. So the last one happened in 2017, the last peak. Yeah. So we're getting into the next one, right? Yeah. 2021, the next one. we're gonna learn a lot in this one. What I realized is like, we just can't learn what we didn't learn. I mean, what they experienced is what it is. It's experience. Those dudes already went through this in like live, like the same way you're into it now and you're like paying attention.
Yeah.
Those guys were already doing that then. So when I read those guys, when they really try to say things that I get, is what they're saying is that you have no idea. They said that when this thing goes, like when it really goes, they go, the coins can go up 300 to 500% in a day.
That's scary.
So scary.
Yeah.
Like they're and what they're also saying is like before when it was going up, you know, even when I would get in them and they go up like 30-40%, you're like, I should get out. And they're just sitting there going like, you have no idea. Like this is nothing. Like this is like, to them this is
just
like,
the beginning.
And just like when it drops 40%, there's nothing scarier. First of all, this is both of our problems. Like earlier, we have no. The truth is, if we're honest, we have no confidence in what we're buying as even anything, right?
Real. That's true.
So when it goes down,
it's like, oh my God, end of the world.
You're like, oh my God.
Paper hands.
Exactly. And the reason that, because you don't have any confidence, and the reason, and I'm guilty of it too, is like not understanding the fact that it's nothing for it to go down 40%. I mean, that's so hard for us to understand. Like you put in $100 and all of a sudden you're like, oh, like it's down 40%. Because first of all, you didn't have any confidence to buy it. So you didn't buy it when it was a little cheaper. You didn't buy it until you saw it ripping.
Yep.
So you bought it.
First mistake.
Then, yeah, exactly. We already both of us, and we both did that. And then we see it only go up 20%, but it had already gone up like 30%.
Yep.
So now we're like sitting there like, all right, well I guess it's good, we're in it. Then it starts to rip down. We're like thinking when it goes down 38, 42%, we're thinking, make it go to zero, man. I'm just gonna lose all my money. What am I doing? I gotta get out. And then you get out, and then these guys had already been out through this. They're like, haha, you're doing what I did last time.
Yeah.
And then like they know it's coming back. And then what does it do? It just goes straight back and it's up here. Then it does nothing for like a couple weeks. Then you start thinking you have no confidence, like me, and you're just like,
like me.
Why am I doing this? This is the dumbest thing. I should just take my money out. I go buy something with this. I don't know what I'm doing. And then you pull it out, or you try to do something dumber with it, but it's something else.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh my God, I missed it again.
Those guys already did all those mistakes.
I went through that.
They're rich now. They just already bought this stuff up, and they're just sitting like this. They're not even. They're like, of course it goes down. This is nothing. This is what it does. It's going to go down 40%. It's going to go back up. Then it's going to go for a while. Then it's going to go down 40%. And it's going to go back up. They already.
Facts.
But even I read what they said, but it just shows you that I don't have the confidence either. I do now.
You see your boys in the NFL getting their contracts. You know that. You know, I go on YouTube.
I love that. Yeah. I think it's dumb. Yes.
That's look. You heard it from the you heard it from the goat's mouth.
Right now,
you heard it from the goat's mouth. You heard it from the goat's mouth. You heard it from the goat's mouth.
It was brilliant if you do it. It's brilliant if you do it after this crash. You'd be like so smart. It'd be stupid. But and there's nothing wrong with I'm not saying it's dumb to like not just take their paycheck and then stick in it. That, you know, if Trevor, whatever you get, $100 million. I got no problem with him putting $50 and $50 million in Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
You know, but there's no reason to be just paid in that and then paid in that next year and say you have to pay me in that, because there's going to be nothing worse when it's dropping to be like everyone's getting their money and then your money's like down. You're like, we might be able to make money with this conversation betting against the people that are getting paid in Bitcoin. Can you imagine like if they were getting paid in Bitcoin and then like Bitcoin drops 50% and then another 50%? Yeah. It could. I mean, because it's going to go up so much that like that's the problem. When are they going to get paid? That's the problem. Like, and then the things fluctuate so much.
Yeah, I was thinking like when do they take it out?
The only time that's going to feel good is like if it's going up. Yeah. It's going to feel, how weird is that going to feel?
He said, how you playing and your money going down while you playing?
Money going down while you're playing, like, way down. You know, like after the game, like you know, how much? You're like, I'm losing. And like everyone else's money's staying the same. Granted, they're losing on inflation and homes and everything. But
facts.
Not like getting just terribly down during like the month. You might just get crushed. I mean, it's going to be disturbing. And then I don't even understand how that would work, because if you agreed to get paid in a currency, like you can't. Can you say like, I changed that deal. Like I don't want to get paid in the currency. They might be like, oh, you only want to get paid when it's going up. But like you can't.
Yeah. That's what I was just thinking. Like, when do they let you get out?
I don't know how they can do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how they can change it. If you already got paid in it, sure. But what do they want to get paid in their salary? We get paid every 17. We get paid once a game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's going to be so weird. If next year, which I believe it will be, like just going down, not maybe even drastically, it'll just going to peak out. It'll have like it'll go sky supersonic. Who knows what it'll go to?
Right.
Like I said, probably no one will even get that except some certain people that know how to hold it their own and sell it their own. I don't even know because the exchanges will probably just shut down or whatever. They'll screw all of us on that.
Yeah.
But either so, let's just say you get out here. So let's say that's like 200 or 225. Well, then it's just probably going to trickle down, over the next like 6 months. It'll be going down, and then it'll probably and then it'll end up at like 50, and then who knows if people aren't really kind of into it for a lot, it's no demand. All of a sudden be at 30. I mean, that'd just be so weird.
Yeah, that'd be messed up for him.
Yeah, I mean, their money could be like a fourth. I don't even. It still doesn't make sense to me. So let's say your contract was for $1 million. Okay, and then so they're paying you. I don't even understand how is it just related to the U.S. dollar anyway, like on the contract.
A couple Bitcoins they paid.
It'd be a problem. You could just say like,
5 or 10 of them.
Pay $1 million today, like Bitcoin. So you get like 5.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's time to get every week, and they're just giving you they just give you like half. You're like, no, but a half's only worth like 50 grand now. They're like, sorry, man, that's the deal you did. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, we're paying you in these bicycles. I mean, the bicycles are worth. You chose to be paid for bicycles.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be
Not so good. Bitcoin, man. Just take the money by the Bitcoin if you want Bitcoin.
Right.
But it made sense with the one guy, but even the only reason really why he looked so cool is because
he looked so cool.
Because they paid him in it, and it skyrocketed. But it really would have been no different, right? If as soon as he got the money, he just went on Coinbase. Sure, he might lose a couple percent, but just buy it, right?
Yeah.
And it's just people wouldn't know, I guess. But I would think it'd almost be better.
Right. He just he probably.
How are we gonna do?
However you want to do it. Cash, check, card. Yeah, I use Square, man.
Oh, okay.
So you got your phone? I'll send you an email.
I would think it would.
Right.
It always has, no matter how much it's ever gone up. It was at, the last I went to 20,000, right? Well, then it went down to 3.
Dang.
So how is that gonna, even if it goes, I don't care what the number is. Let's say it goes to 250. Well, it's probably definitely gonna go back down to 50, right?
Right.
30 or 50, or let's say it does great, it holds at 60 because it goes to 300. But still, it's going back to 60. So how is that good to get paid in it? Unless you got paid the day it happened to be 300. Okay, so you're asking when it's going to crash. So the earliest it could crash could be this last run this summer. So like
what would
July.
be ideal to take the money out though? To sell.
Yeah, we don't know. So that's what I'm going to tell you. There's 3 times where the bubble could pop.
Okay.
So it's either going to be this summer, like in July, or it's going to be in October, or it's going to be like January, February. So what happens is, it'll definitely be like a mild one, and like if it hasn't like totally gone and popped by December, it'll have like a dip because people will be getting out for tax reasons or whatever,
right
before, but then they might pile back in like January. It looked like to me.
That's crazy. They trying.
But it's probably gonna be like, I mean, if I had to guess, I have no idea. Of course, no one knows. You just have to pay attention, but just realize what I'm telling you is I think from what they're saying of all these other cycles, there's 3 big ones. We've already kind of had 2.
Right.
So we got 1 more coming. And you'll know it's the big one because I'm telling you, like literally, it's as crazy as what this guy said. I mean, I find it so hard to believe, but they said they'll go up hundreds of % in a day.
Right.
So I mean, Bitcoin literally, it's a big deal. Bitcoin goes up 20%. Well, what about the day you like hear like what's going on? You turn on the TV and like they're on the thing talking about Bitcoin's going, and they're seeing it going, and it's just like, and you're like, it's up 80%, or this is it. So, and what happens is, Bitcoin will go peak crash, Ethereum peak crash, and then here comes the alts. So they peak afterwards. So then you have that 1 week, I think, where they go gangbusters. Everybody's just like pulling their money out. They're already in that world. They're already on their Coinbase thing. They're like, see another coin going, and they're all just flowing in that one.
Right.
So just realize that, like, this is it, though. Like, this is not like it's coming back. This is not the day that you stayed in Dodge and you got out. No, this is like you take. So there's no way to catch the top. There's no way to catch the bottom. All the best investors are just honest, and they say that's the truth. So what you do is, when it's running crazy ballistic, a lot of the great ones would actually pile more money in as it's going up.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that's a good technique, but at the same time, like, once we get into this parabolic move, you need to start, like I said, like, I'm talking when it's going gangbuster. Like, if you're in it and you see, like there was when you were in Dodge and you were at, you know, whatever, 30 cents, you saw it go to like 40, 50.
Yeah.
And then you saw it hit 70, start to fall back down.
Mm-hmm. You
could either wait and then just say, I'm going to, no matter what, and most of them probably loses 30, 40%, so who cares? Just sit there and let it come back down, but then the changes might get busted or whatever. I would just go ahead and take out just 25% of it.
Your profit.
Yeah, you know, and you don't have to even do that thing they say, because I don't necessarily believe in that, because that's not what the best investors told me. That whole thing where they say, just take out your original investment. And
I don't like doing that. I feel like I'm gonna lose if it's too early, like you said, cryptocurrency to be
it's way too
going
early.
crazy and selling.
It is too early.
What I want to ask you is that, realistically, what do you think the number could be for Doge once Coinbase actually starts opening it up?
I'm not.
You think it's gonna hit
Doge.
one before? You don't like it?
Yeah, and it's not that I don't even like it, and it's not that I'm not a believer, because it doesn't matter what I think, really. That's the whole point. That's what's going up, and it's more young people like y'all, and so who cares? Like, if everybody likes it.
Right. Yeah.
But I think I do think it'll hit $1, and so I guess in that parabolic run, shoot, there's no telling. I mean, it gets blasted. The only problem with this is they call it tokeometrics, like And there is, and I thought this was true, and then I realized now it is true. So it's just like a stock. You know, the market cap, they say in the stock, is how many shares there are that are available for people to buy, and then how much they're selling for it, and then multiply those two numbers, and then that's the market cap. So that's basically what all the coins have, is the quote market cap. So when you see like Bitcoin, it's how many coins there are for that amount of money multiplied together. That's why they come up with that $1 trillion number. They'll say Bitcoin hit $1 trillion, or who's in second place? Well, it's Ethereum. So they take how many Ethereum are out there, by how much they're selling for. Boom.
That's how they get that number.
That's how they get the number. So Dogecoin is so crazy. It's not that much money, but there's so many of them that it's like in fourth or fifth place.
Right. Yeah.
But so it can never. I mean, there's never, but it would take so many people. There's only so much money coming in for it to go to a certain price, of course.
Okay, that's what I was.
So it can't go
to like Bitcoin numbers.
Yeah, no, it can never.
Okay.
No way. There's not enough money. Period. That's just not the way it works.
Right.
But it could go up, hundreds of percent. But the people that know that true number, that's where you get into knowing what we're talking about. That's where you get into like those lower coins, which are obviously very risky or whatever, but you see one moving, and it is very realistic for them market cap wise to get up in this area up in here, to like the 20 to 30 to 40 range or whatever market cap, because like Bitcoin and Ethereum and those guys and Doge are like way up there. Let's say they're like, I don't even know, Bitcoin's a trillion, but let's say the other ones are like hundreds and hundreds of billions. Then you got this next section that's like weird numbers, like 5 billion, 5 billion, 5 billion, 5 billion, 5 billion. So they could go obviously 20-fold.
Yeah, anyone
can get to 100.
Yeah.
But once they get up in there, that's really what I think was happening to even like Theta and those different ones. What happens is they can have that crazy run from like pennies to $10, but once you get up to $10, their market cap's already so big.
Right.
Well, what are they going to do? Like flip that maybe another 100%, and then their market cap's just beastly. But it gets to a point where it just can't jump as much.
That's why they call it like a stable coin.
Yeah.
Like if it's more stable than.
Yeah.
So I wonder how Bitcoin got so much.
So
it's crazy.
So there's not many of them. So like Maker, why is it 5,000?
Yeah. There's
less than 1 million Maker coins.
Ah.
And Maker coin is just like Aave. Aave, Maker, Compound, those are lending platforms. So
it's more rare.
Exactly.
Now I'm understanding it.
So same thing as bicycles.
Oh shit!
So let's just imagine their currencies are bicycles. So
right.
Bitcoin we can change the numbers, but it's only going to be 21 million bicycles. But bottom line is it's that many. Ethereum, it's kind of misunderstood. They're saying that like there's unlimited. It's not really true. That's the whole thing. In July, there's going to be, that's a whole other story, but like there's less of those. There's a lot of those though, so that's why it can't be worth as much as Bitcoin. But then it gets down to like, you heard of that Wi-Fi, like YFI?
Right.
And it's worth like more than Bitcoin now, like 70-something thousand.
Right.
YFI, there's only like